Welcome to study session 11, Effective Listening, Understanding Rumors. Introduction. Up to now, our discussion has been on how to effectively listen to a variety of formal and informal oral communications with little or no element of bias, but since the listener is part of the society in which he lives, he or she cannot totally insulate himself or herself from some certain natural occurrences, such as propaganda and rumor mongering. It is in the light of this inevitability that we include this important topic in this course. In this session, we'll be considering rumors as a form of informal oral communication, learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to 1. Define rumors, 2. Outline the characteristics of rumors, 3. State the law or rumor, 4. Discuss the classification of rumors, 5. Describe the effects of rumors, 6. Outline strategies for checking rumors. In Nigeria, rumors and their effects are experienced in offices, they circulate on campuses, among government functionaries, in the army, in towns and villages. In fact, rumors are almost everywhere. The trained listener is supposed to be a better, more efficient communicator. His formal training should prepare him or her not only to identify elements of bias and falsehood in any speech communication, but also to enable him to analyze and evaluate such communication so that their harmful effect on the society will be reduced drastically. Defining rumor. A biased communicator in a special type of communication with malicious intent. It is often consciously developed by an originator and passed on to other people. Rumors are, however, a form of biased communication, which may or may not be transmitted with malicious intent. Rumors are statements of inference about self, friends, government policies, people, and international relations. A rumor is, according to Allport and Postman, 1947, in Baka, 1971. A specific or topical proposition for belief, passed along from person to person, usually word of mouth, without secure standard of evidence being present. A rumor, therefore, is a statement based on inference and not statement of observation. Causes of rumor. Rumors are caused by the generation of human relations in a community, within an organization, and between the government and the governed. 2. Another identifiable cause of rumor is traceable to the wide communication gap between management and the employees in all forms of employment. 3. When people want something good or beneficial to happen or desire a solution to a problem, they fabricate and circulate rumor. General characteristics of rumor. Baka 1971 lists the characteristics of rumor. This ranges from the descriptive to the generalized. This includes, among others, the fact that their transmission begins as facts, but their qualifying statement drop out later when information is transmitted serially. B. Their content deals with people and events at personal, national, and international levels. C. The measure may not be transmitted consciously with malicious intent. D. They contain elements of ambiguity in that there is no sufficient information to ascertain their truth. E. They exit when the public feels a need for information or believes a problem exists which needs to be explained or solved. F. They may have some elements of truth which few people bothers to check. G. They may or may not affect the health or happiness of anyone. H. They tend to run in circles, that is, they may not be after some time old ones are revived and given new life. I. They usually contain elements of current interest, value, or are specific and topical. J. Their initiators are not experts as regards the subject matter involved, so that verifying it is often a difficult task. In other words, no medical doctor will originate a rumor about the death of an important personality or the outbreak of an epidemic without first ascertaining the veracity of the statement. Hubbard and Postman law of rumor. Based on their observation and research, Hubbard and Postman expressed the law of rumor as follows: R minus XA, where R stands for rumor in circulation as varying with I, importance of the subject to the individual, X, times, ambiguity of the evidence pertaining to the topic at issue. Simply put, the law stipulates that the amount of rumor in circulation will vary according to the importance of the subject to the individual concerned, multiplied by the ambiguity of the evidence pertaining to the topic at issue. In order to combat rumors effectively, A. The listener must ensure that it is an actual rumor having places before the characteristics we earlier listed above. B. Once it has been established that the rumor is a statement based on inference and not based on observation, he should then find out the source of what he has just heard. C. If, for instance, the active listener can identify the source of the rumor, he should then investigate directly from the originator how valid the subject of the rumor is. D. The listener will later determine the consequences of the rumor for himself and other people involved. As we earlier indicated, the rumor may have inflicted harm on the victim, or it may not have been on any effect. The search for the factual basis should continue if considerable harm is or will be done to anyone, but if the rumor has had or will not have any effect on the society, the trained listener may allow it to die. E. If the rumor has a motive behind it, the listener should assess the contributing factor of the motives are questionable, pure, ulterior, or reproachable. The outcome of his search will determine his next step. In case the motive cannot be easily ascertained, the effective listener should interview people who can give enough information about or an insight into the subject in order to obtain proof of evidence on the critical elements in the rumor. Study session summary. In this study session, you have learned about the rumors, characteristics of rumors, and Hubbard and Postman's law of rumor. You have also been taught about the different classes of rumors, effects of rumors, and strategies on how to combat rumors effectively. End of study session 11. Thanks for listening.